Stuart, would you like to read the stanza from Robert Browning's Rabbi Ben Ezra?
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be the last of life, for which the first was made. Our times are in his hand, who saith, a whole I planned. Youth shows but half. Trust God, see all, nor be afraid.
Okay, that's really good. I'm not sure that I like the sort of slightly evangelically emphasis that you had in there. And in that reading.
But overall?
Overall, would you like to let's
make it more matter of fact?
A bit more restrained, but it's more of an invitation. So with that in mind, how would you go about it?
Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be the last of life, for which the first was made. Our times are in his hand, who saith, a whole I planned. Youth shows but half. Trust God, see all, nor be afraid.
Oh, I like that had it. Did you know that Yoko Ono, I think that was her favourite poem, and she persuaded John to compose a song based on the first couple of lines, grow old along with me. That doesn't surprise you, does it?
Oh, you're talking... Sorry. Is this reality or not?
No, we're being recorded. That's all right.
Well, this is the real me. No, it doesn't surprise me at all, but it's new to me.
Yeah. Let's think about what this poem might mean to you personally.
Worry less. Trust God more, in the belief that his control is better than my concern.
That's interesting, because you've taken it indicating something about that elusive kingdom that we're all seeking, the something which enables a Christian to put their faith, their trust, their confidence into God. Whereas I was thinking more in terms of this poem is an invitation to the beloved, and it's going to make a lifetime of love and companionship and trust. The trust in God is there for sure, but the invitation is actually to a person. Do you see this as being a poem that might describe, say, any loving relationship?
Well, that's one of the natures of, or part of the nature of poetry, is that it can have a universal application from a particular instance. I was looking at it from the general application, and you were looking at the particularity. I was thinking of it more for the particular then being addressed to the world at large to read his poem.
I think this is the heart of the sermon that I want to talk about this coming Sunday morning. That there is both sort of always a particular context, and there's if it's a Christian truth, there's always a more general context. The poem, any poem like music, operates in both ways. Just for example's sake, you got the Beethoven's marvelous Ninth Symphony, or a Shostakovich violin concerto, and there's always the individual performance, which you become enthralled by, and there's also the more general understanding of that music. You know, the music that you hear in your head after the event, which becomes a different kind of truth.
Oh, I agree with that. I just underline that it doesn't have to be Christian to have this application. The universality of art, and of particularly in poetry, is there whether you're a Christian or not.
Yeah, very much so. And in fact, maybe part of the step towards becoming a Christian is to recognise the both the particularity and the universality of certain things of the Spirit.
I'd agree entirely with that.
Yeah, maybe that's what the risen Christ leads us on to. I was also interested in this poem because it talks about the concept of time. You know, grow old along with me is very much a personal understanding of what life is about. And time has this quality that is both an inner personalized experience as well as a more objective reality that's out there. And I think it's become very confused in many, many people's minds as to what time and eternity are, what Christian life is all about, and how the kingdom is achieved both in an eternal sense and in a sense of objective time. Any brief comment about that?
Yeah, I'm very interested in this. Heidegger, at the beginning of the last century, wrote a particular work, Being in Time, you'll know something about, that I've been interested in, but never really understood. I had a friend who did a master's thesis in this in the philosophy department at Auckland, and he showed me his thesis, and I couldn't understand most of it. I think what you say in your sermon leads me partly towards it. There's a different way of looking at time. I can understand that. There's a time that can be measured in steps, and there's a time that transcends that sort of nuts and bolts approach, the kind of thing we say there's a time for doing this and there's a time for doing that. And that moves towards a feeling of something beyond time, more like the concept that I imagine that I might have in eternity.
Right. Stuart, I'd just like you to read the poem again, a final time, and let's see how you do it now that we've done this small discussion.
Growled along with me. The best is yet to be the last of life, for which the first was made. Our times are in his hand, who saith, a whole I planned. Youth shows but half. Trust God, see all, nor be afraid.
Thanks indeed.